Health matters. Chat, how y'all doing today? Today is a Wednesday, middle of the week. How are y'all doing today? I am very excited. As y'all know, I've been working very hard for this mental health matters movement. I want to make sure that everybody is okay. I want to make sure that everybody is not miserable. I have someone to talk to. Today I have a special guest by the name of Ashley. This is an exclusive. So I'm thankful for this and grateful for her to give me the opportunity for her to express herself on my platform. So this is an exclusive interview. Like I told y'all, this is raw, real, uncut, no editing. I want y'all to get the real, raw, and uncut, man. No editing, just straight raw, man. No, to the point. Let me check my phone real quick. All right, chat. Let me go on my Discord real quick, and then we can start it up. But yeah, chat, man. Let's get into it. My mic good. Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna switch chat whenever. Let me send an invite real quick, and then I'm gonna turn my. I already did. I think I did. I don't know if I turned it back up or not, but yeah. Oh, this gonna distract me. It's gonna distract me. Chat. Have my keyboard and all that right here.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on, Ash, with the
Was
cast? All right, there we go. All right, chat.
my
So y'all
camera
can see
not
me.
as good as yours, but we gonna rock with it.
Let me make sure ain't no echo. Make sure we all good. Let me grab my phone. All right, say something real quick.
Yo.
Let me see. Oh, perfect. No echo. All right, we good. We good. I had to make sure. All right. How you doing today?
Just got off work not so long ago, so even better now.
Facts. Man, I tell you. So today this is an exclusive. So basically, you already know. Today we're gonna talk about mental health matters, something that you overcame, that you've been through, that was really really rough in your life, and made you become a better person and made you get out of that mental state. Whatever helped you, and basically just sending out a message to the youth and to any age, anybody, any person that it's okay. We all here together, and we're gonna stand together, and we're gonna make this movement happen. Mental health matters. So that's what we got going on today. So,
Um. Okay.
are you good? So, I'm out. The floor is yours, and I'll be your doctor today. No.
So like, you want me to go through like my life story, or you want me to just touch on like certain events in my life, like?
Yeah, I got you. So yeah, just certain events in your life um that you may almost ended your life, may not, or it had you in a very, 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 very bad mental state where you had second thoughts, and like maybe you felt alone, maybe, or how you overcame it. Did you seek help? Did you get therapy? Did you have friends, family that was there for you to talk through it and everything? That's basically it.
Got you. Um, I would say probably one of the hardest things in my life that I had to overcome was like an abusive relationship. Back in like 2016, I was with somebody, and at first it was like cool, and like nothing really happened. But like the more we got deeper, he just started like changing and putting his hands on me and stuff. And at the time, like you always think that you not gonna let yourself be in a position like that, but it's different when you're actually in that position. And at the time, like I remained with him, and like it ruined a lot of relationships with my family, with my friends that I was friends with for a long time, consider them my best friends. Um, I ruined relationships with my parents. Although another thing that I've been through in life is my mom and me haven't always had the best relationship either. So like it was already rocky, and then I got in that relationship, and it made it worse. Like my parents stopped talking to me, cut me off of everything, and after that relationship, it took a long time for me to rebuild those relationships with my parents, and um, some friends I've never regained friends with again. We just don't fuck with each other no more. Um, but I feel like that was probably one of the worst things that I had to overcome. Because then afterwards, like you have to everything that you do, and as far as like relationship wise, like it always sits in the back of your head, and it just kind of like resonates. Try not to like put that projection onto other people because not everybody's the same, and I know that. But like it does make it difficult trying to be in a relationship again.
Got you.
But
Okay, I got you. So, basically, I would say was that like rough for you, like as far as losing friends, and you said you didn't regain them after even y'all when y'all
mhm.
broke up, and was it because like you were standing up like 10 toes for him, like ain't I don't care what y'all say, we gonna make it work, I forgive him, stuff like that.
Some of them, yeah. Uh, one in particular, like she was like my best friend, and sometimes when people are mad, they say things, and maybe they don't necessarily mean it in the way that they're like intending as they're coming off. But we had got into it after like a while of us not talking to each other, and we were gonna be friends again. We ended up getting to it, and she just said some like really outrageous things that like kind of crossed the line. So it's like certain things you can't come back from with me. Like
Mm,
I don't care how cool I was with you, what you say or do certain things. It's like that's it, that's all. So some of them definitely hurt. Like obviously I would have wished to regain that friendship with her, but at the same time some people are not meant to be in your life forever. They just meant to be there for a season. So I just I try to look at it that way. Um there are friends that I have gained back since then, but that I don't really talk to often anymore. So um, it's like it's not really affecting me as far as like did it hurt, but at the time it did. But now it don't.
got you. And as far as your parents, right? How are y'all? So how was the relationship then, and how is it now? Like did it affect majorly of y'all relationship?
Well, my dad, he was I was living with him part of the time that like I started dating this person, and he like kicked me out, locked the like changed the locks and all that. So like him doing that just created a lot of issues. So it took a while for us to like regain a relationship back. But now we're like the best. Like I go over there every weekend. I see him all the time. Like he's like one of my best my best friends. Honestly, I love my dad to death. My mom. Our relationship has always been kind of rocky. Uh, since I was a little girl. So I grew up with my parents together until I was like 8 or 9, and then they had got divorced. So my dad now is separated with my stepmom. My mom is by herself, but at the time when I was younger, when they separated, me and my mom, like our relationship just kind of went downhill. So we already didn't have the best of relationship. You know, we always fight, we always argue. Um, so like at the time, it wasn't like that difficult for it to just like stop with me and her because we already had issues like previous. But now I would say we're better. Like just in general, as an adult, I'm able to understand her, and maybe like her mental illnesses because you know people have anxiety and bipolar disorder and stuff like that. And as an adult, I'm able to like work with that and adjust with that. But as growing up, I couldn't. I didn't understand it, so like we would always fight and argue. So now it's better because I'm able to leave if we start fighting or you know whatever. But again, we're better now. I love my mom to death. She does a lot for me, so I appreciate her. But yeah, it's always been rocky. So that one was different.
Daddy's girl. Hello. I'll just
Yeah, yeah, was it like that?
So I'm glad that your relationship with your parents has been better since 2016. That is very good to hear because I know that can play a toll on a person's mental, especially like the person that birthed you, which is your mom, and then your father. So I know that probably was a tough time in your life, but I'm glad that it's better now because that's important. That relationship is important to have, very important.
For sure.
I know it's hard, but that was good to overcome. So during that time, well, I'll say this because I remember you mentioned when you was 8 or 9, right? About your parents. So, um, do you think that played an effect on you accepting what that guy was doing to you in 2016 at that time, or do you think like you was just in love? You know what I'm saying? Or do you think your childhood had played an effect of you accepting what he was doing to you?
Um, it's funny that you say that because at the time, so previous to my parents splitting, there was abuse that was happening. You know, my mom is. I'm not gonna say my dad was ever perfect, but my mom was like an aggressor. So, like, I grew up in a family that fought and argued all the time. Not saying that it's normalized for me, but like I was used to seeing it. And when I was actually in the situation, um, I remember telling my dad something along the lines of, "Well, you stayed with my mom, and when that was happening, so like, why? Why does it matter? You know?" And to a degree, maybe it did play an effect on like, because I was young, I was stupid. Well, not stupid, but I was naive,
Yeah, I got you.
so I let it happen. And maybe like my history does play an effect on why I allowed it to happen as long as it did, but I always knew and I always was that type of person that told myself like I would never let myself be in a position like that because of what I grew up in. But when you're in the situation, like, you know, I'm a very big person on empathy and sympathy, and it's one of my downfalls at the same time.
Mm,
But yeah, it was just when it was good, it was good, and when it was not good, it was not good.
I got you. That makes sense because, and I understand what you went through because I was in a abusive relationship as well, and I was like, I was taught not to put my hands on a woman, so I was like, why am I getting abused? Like why? And like you said, I grew up like that as well, like the arguing, the fighting, stuff like that. So at some point I was like maybe, and I was young too, and I was like, is that the right thing? But at the same time, I was like, no, it's not. Like, why? Like, don't put your hands on me. Like, no, we're not doing that. Cause that's toxic, and I don't do that. But so I can understand. Sometimes some things you see, you might think that's okay, especially at a young age. You're like, man, okay, maybe that's not so bad. They stuck it out, blah blah blah. And then when you get older, you like, wait, hold on, because if it's the difference when you in it than from when you're viewing it basically. So that's
It
how it was
is.
for me too. So I got you. I understand that completely.
And every time I talk to somebody that's like in a similar situation, I always like I always tell people, maybe like if I'm talking to somebody and their friend or family is in a domestic violence relationship, I always tell them like your best bet is to just be supportive of it until they're ready to go, because most people in situations like that, they don't want to hear you tell them to get out, 'cause they already know they need to get out. It's just a matter of when they're ready. Like no matter how many times people tell you or get mad at you, it's not gonna help the situation either. Like until you're ready to like leave for real.
I
Like
got
until
you.
you feel.
I got you. So like, so you just wanted. So what did you want out of your friends? Like, did you want? Cause I know you know how we be like, I'm tired of this mud. You know what I'm saying? And then we get right back
Mhm.
with him. Your friend be like, leave here, leave here. You like, I believe him. And then you be like, oh, I'm in his bed again. We laid up watching Netflix. So I get that. So
Like,
so I asked you in 2016, what did you want out of your friends? Like, as far as, did you want them to support you better? Did you agree with them what they were saying, but you just didn't want to hear because you had sympathy and empathy and you was in love? You know what I'm saying? How did you feel?
I mean, at the time, I didn't really want them to treat me any differently. I just wanted shit to go like as it's been going. Like it's hard for people that care about you to just ignore the signs, the bruises, they could tell that you got your ass beat. And it's like I get that that's hard for people to just act normal around. And at the time that's what I wanted was I just want shit to be the same. Like don't treat me different just because what I'm allowing myself to be in. Like I get it, but I just wanted things to just be normal. But instead they just it's like every conversation we have is just you telling me the same thing. Like I already know what's up, so I don't need you to tell me what's up. And at the time, I was working in a place where my best friend, the one that I mentioned earlier, her and her mom worked there with me. So it's like I'm
Mm,
around these people. I can't not be around these people, and they're gonna see it. So it's like I wanted them to act normal, and they didn't. They kept bringing it up, bringing it to light, and it's just like let me be. I'll be okay regardless. But I know it's hard to see somebody that you care about go do that. Like, obviously, it makes you want to say something. So I see it from both sides now that I'm older and more mature because I was 19 at the time. And I had only been in one serious relationship before that. And it was nothing like that relationship. So, like, I just wanted shit to be normal. That was it.
exactly. Okay, so one of the things to be normal. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So you just wanted their support,
Yeah, like,
basically. You
still
wanted
be
the
my
support.
friend. Don't act like anything has changed. Because it ain't changed nothing between us, like, what I'm going through. So.
So my question is, so I wouldn't say you lost everything, but like you lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time you said your parents, your friends, your close ones. So how did you overcome, like you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know those were some dark days. I'm pretty sure like you probably wanted to cry. You was like, why me? Like I'm losing the people that I really love and close to. So like what did you do to cope through this the hard time? That's what I want to know.
Um, at the time, like I knew that I needed to get out well before that I actually got out. But when you're in a situation like that, you gotta be in a way strategic about like how you leave because things could trigger people that have mental illnesses like that. And I just one day, really the deal breaker was that he mess with somebody that like I had grew up with, and I feel like that, like I said earlier, when you cross the line with me, you cross the line, and I feel like that was a line that he crossed that just for me was what did it. And uh I just saw an opportunity to leave, and we did stay in my car. So all his shit was in my car. So he went into his friend's house and I left. Like he thought I was just gonna sit outside and wait for him. And when he went inside I left and I took all his stuff to his mom, and that was just it. Like I just saw my opportunity and I left. Um but it's like I had mentally checked out way before then, but I just had to find the right time to do it. I knew that I needed to get out. Like I knew that that wasn't something that I wanted to be in forever. So
I got you. Okay. Is there anything that you now would tell you back in 2016 that you, or do you? I'll say this too. Do you wish that you could have did anything differently, or do you feel like, you know, whatever happened, it happened, and you happy how of the outcome, like, cause it made you grow into a better person, or do you think like, maybe I could have did this a little differently? How do you feel?
um I am a really big believer that everything in life happens for a reason. Sometimes you might not see it right away and understand it in the moment of why it's happening to you, but I am a firm believer in that. So in a sense, I don't regret nothing, and I wouldn't say I wouldn't change anything because I probably would change some stuff, but at the same time, everything in my life that I've been through has made me the person I am, and what I am today and what I achieved today is so much greater than what I was. So I'm not upset with how my life is, and I'm not the type of person to use my traumas to define me. Like I've been through things, but that doesn't mean that's who I am as a person, and I don't project that out. I don't act like I've been through horrible things in life. Like so, I'm not gonna say that I regret it or I would change anything. I mean, I did put myself in positions that I probably could have lost my life at certain points, a good 3 or 4 times probably. But um, I wouldn't change it because then that would change the outcome of you know where I am today. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best. Like obviously, there's a lot more growth to happen, but where I was, I'm better.
Okay. Hello. What they say, Clocky?
Like it.
So the 2016 you and the 2026 you. That's talk about. Test 10 years now. That's 10 years.
Yes. Yes.
What
Here.
are the differences? What do you see yourself now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, back then you were naive and stuff like that. So 10 years later, what is the new actually like now?
Um, I mean, I still have a lot of empathy and sympathy to give to people, but I feel like so I guess when I was younger, this is something that I've been working on, but when I was younger, I avoided conflict a lot just because of what I had grew up with, like my parents, and like having to deal with that like daily argument with my mom if I like said anything wrong. So I guess I grew into like just not speaking up for myself. And now I do that more. I try to do that more. I just try to speak up for myself and not let people just run all over me. Um so that's different. I feel like just in general, like I've matured. I don't feel like the 19-year-old me. Okay, let me say that. I wouldn't. I don't think that the 29-year-old me would accept the things that the 19-year-old me would have accepted. Um, yeah, but like I still got a lot of love for people. Like I try. to give people the benefit of the doubt, that's the same as back then. That's what I was doing, was giving him the benefit of the doubt. The change, and people don't change. Some people change, but a lot of people don't change.
I agree. Okay, I agree. Now,
Yeah.
how many chances do you give? Cause that's that
Still a few
part.
too many. The fuck. Still
I
a
gotta,
few
I
too
gotta break the
many.
soundboard. I gotta break that soundboard. How many? Bubble gum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? Let's talk about.
No, too many because. But my thing is like people go through things, and you never know how people are mentally. Because again, not a lot of people share this like publicly like this. So I don't know. Some people you just don't know what they're going through. And maybe it's a bad day, not a bad life. So I
Okay.
mean, no life is bad. Everybody just got bad days, and I think people need to look at it like that too. Like, yeah, maybe today is the worst day of the week, but tomorrow it might get better, or next week it might get better. It's never a bad life. It's just a bad day.
Mmm. I like that, and that makes sense. Like 1% better each day. You know, I had days
One
like that.
percent, kind of low, but but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm
One
like a
1% a day will
percent.
add up to 100% one
Okay,
day. I'm just
let's get at least 10%, please.
alright, 10% each day. 10% each day. Cause I had those days as well where I was like, bruh, like 3 things happened in one day, like back to back. I'm like, bruh. Then the next day, I was good. Everything was good. But I'm glad that you mentioned one thing that you mentioned when I was listening is like you stand up for yourself. I feel like that's very important for that's one thing I like about this generation is we're not afraid to stand up for ourselves. Cause like we were taught to, be quiet, do what I say, or you know what I'm saying. But now it's like, uh, no, but everybody try to clock. like, who are you talking to? But we do it in a respectful way. Like we don't have to be negative with you. But I can tell you got me effed up in a professional way. Cause I learned that when I was in the military. Cause people get out of
Right.
hand. People abuse their power. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Like cause like karma is real. I could be your boss one day. You don't know. I could be your boss one day, and I remember that you treated me like S. And then now I'm your boss. That doesn't mean I'm gonna treat you the same way. I'm gonna show you how you should have done me. Hello, let's talk about it.
And they gonna be mad envious that you they boss. Also.
Exactly. Cause they gonna have that ego of like, oh, why he or she get to be in this position? I've been working here for 6 years. I'm qualified. Well, maybe have you looked in the mirror? Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe it's the complaints you have. Maybe it's your tardy list. Maybe you know what I'm saying. I got perfect attendance. I treat customers with
Literally.
respect. So that's why I'm in this position. So it's like it's a lot of greed and like jealousy that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? In the civilian world, I feel like I'm happy for my colleagues. It's just like in the military. I was a sergeant and I helped my soldiers become a sergeant just like me, and I was proud of that. And they even thanked me in their speech because I didn't have an ego. You know what I'm saying? I gave them credit for whatever they did. I never took their ideas and ran with it and said it was my idea. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that serious, bro. It's not.
I feel like people going back to what you said, because I actually had this conversation with one of my workers at my job. He expected like a lead position had opened up, and he expected to just get handed the job because he had been there and he knew so much. And it's just like, have you ever thought about how you respond to like issues, how you react, how you respond to people when they come to you for questions, like when something bad happens and you go running around with your head cut off, that reflects on how you're going to be as a leader. Why would they want you to be a leader? Like, just because you know so much doesn't mean you're expected to just get this job. Like, that's just not how life works. Like, you gotta earn it, and it's more than just what you can provide as far as knowledge.
Mm.
Like, you can't treat people like shit and then expect you to get great customer service. Like, It just don't work that way.
Exactly. I should be employee of the year, employee of the month. No.
There you go. Bro, dead.
You know what I'm
Why you think
saying?
you deserve Employee of the Year?
Oh
You
no
ain't
no
even
no
been
no!
there
I'm
a
saying
year.
that's how they be feeling. Like if somebody not me,
Oh,
no, not me, not me. I'm saying like in general, that's how they feel. They be jealous. Like well, I should be employee of the month. Why I'm not employee of the month? Like bro, look in the
yeah.
mirror and you'll find out why your ass ain't employee of the month of the year. Cause look how you treat
Yeah.
people. Look how you act. No.
Spend more time complaining than anything.
And it's one thing I hate as well. Nobody want to say anything to that person, but they want to talk about it around each other. No, go to that person. I don't give a damn what your rank is, how high you is. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna come to you professionally, open door policy, whatever you want to do. Hey, this is what's not gonna go down. And if you decide to fire me, who cares? Another job will come. Hello, come on now, find a
I
job.
think you gotta pick and choose your battles too, because you gotta understand who you're like addressing to. Because some people don't know how to like hold their tongue, and I try to tell one of my other employees this too. Like, you can't address everything to that person because you don't know what they're gonna say. Sometimes it's better to just go above them, for real.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, just because you could be professional and nice don't mean the other person would be. And it's like, do you want to put yourself in that position if you know that they're gonna pop off?
Hello.
Like, if I'm not going back and forth with you, especially if we're at work, so if I know you're the type of person to go back and forth with me, I'm not even gonna have a conversation with you. There's no reason to, because I'm not going back and forth.
Okay, I agree with you. Like I say like, okay, like you said, if I know them and I know it's not gonna go well, I'm not gonna say anything. But like for the first encounter, you feel what I'm saying? Cause like you know
Yeah.
how they say like if sometimes people can say stuff and it can offend you, and you can definitely have a conversation like, hey, can you not say that around me? Like say if somebody Christian and I'm a different and I don't believe in it and I talk about it like I don't believe in Christian and you know what I'm saying, and then somebody get offended because they're Christian, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll come to me like, hey, I said that offensive, can you not say that? And then if I continue to do it, then I'm like, all right, yeah, you just go to the higher, just go to my boss and complain, you know, whatever you gotta do, cause a lot of people don't show respect as well. They'll keep on picking
Mm-mm.
at you, and then when you explode, they'll throw the bomb and hide their hand.
Right, like you the problem. Mm-mm.
It's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
I learned how to read people, and if they are new, I mean, I guess I would address it too if they're like newer and I didn't really know much, but I, I ain't going back and forth with nobody, so I watched myself.
So, so, in your lifetime, yo, what up, Timmy? What up, Timmy? All right, I want you to be 100% honest, right? I know,
Family.
I know what you said earlier about you don't regret anything. I get it, I get it. But is there one thing, one decision that you made that you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish. Not saying that you regret it now, but you know how sometimes you have them thoughts like, I wonder what my life would be like if I did this, if I went this route. You get what I'm saying? Do you ever think about that sometimes?
I do. Like, I, I do wish that, I guess, as far as like some of my relationships with the people that I lost, like, I do wish that maybe I could have done something differently to make them not react the way that they reacted at the time. Um, I'm trying to think of something in particular. Um, no, I don't, honestly. I mean, besides like, I just wish. I mean, obviously, like, you always think about what ifs. Probably long ago, I did think about like, what if I never allowed myself to be in that situation? Like, where would I be at? But
Mm.
at this point, it's like a part of my story, so I don't look at it like that. So I can't really think about a specific time other than just maybe my friends that I lost, because those are people that like collateral damage. Like they didn't have nothing to even do with the situation, but unfortunately, I lost them as a friend because of the situation. But other than that, no. I mean, one of my close friends, but at the same time, I look at it like I can't control other people and what they say. So, like, she said what she said, and like again, you can't come back from some of the things that you say and do. So, like, you said it, so I can't control that. I need to move on. So, I do miss it, but I do wish I could change that. But at the same time, no, I don't.
I got you. That makes sense because it made you who you are today. You know,
Yeah,
you learned from it. Now you had new friends, new beginnings, new life.
yeah.
Hello.
I was just about to say, like, I surrounded myself with people that we have alike things. We like the streaming people, the gaming people that I play with. Some of my actual real life friends, like my best friend and my cousin is she's like my best friend. But I surrounded myself with people that show up and show out for me no matter if I'm having a bad day or not. And my cousin, that's my best friend. Like she was there for me too during the time that I was in that relationship. And it's like she didn't do the things that y'all did. Like
Mm.
she act like shit was normal, and that's pretty much what I wanted. And it's like I have people around me that care about me and show up and show out for me. So
Mm.
people that I lost, yeah, it hurts, but it don't affect me because I'm gonna be great regardless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I agree. I had to learn that as well. I say I'm guilty of that. Cause I had a friend that, you know, it was some infidelity going on, and um, they was telling me they gonna leave or whatever, or they gonna do whatever, and then I got tired of hearing it because like it was the same thing like every day. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to like give my advice like, all right, you gonna be with this person, be with him, but don't talk, about that person to me because I'm gonna be tired of hearing it. But I feel like, you know, I I had to sit down and think like I was in that position. I was in an abusive relationship. I was married
Mm-hmm.
to someone, and I was like, okay, you know, I wanted the same thing that she wanted. Somebody just to hear me out. Not to complain about what I'm going through, but just because I'm young. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm young. I don't know, how to cope with this. So I need some advice. I need some guidance. But like, you telling me to leave, I didn't want to hear that because I was big on marriage. I believed in, sticking it out for better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? I believed in it. So I just wanted to hear. I ain't gonna say what I wanted to hear, but I feel like I want to hear what I needed to hear. Um, so I had to just sit back and think like I can't do this person like that because I was in the same shoes at that age when I was that age, so I can't do this to this person. And I had to really think about that. And, I had to apologize and everything because I got tired of it. I ain't gonna lie, but I was like, I can't do that. That's not right because I was in the same position and I wanted the same thing that, that person didn't have, which is someone to talk to. Hello, growth. Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hey.
It's like, and then like once like you realize that, like, did that change like your dynamic with your friend, like, or
It
did
did.
it?
It did.
That's it.
It did. It did. Like, because I can apologize. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Sometimes I may
You
come
love
off.
accountability.
Hello, what they say?
Hello.
Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I had to learn that. It is what it is. Even if I can say something and I could be wrong or I could be right. But if I'm wrong, I will apologize. It's just how I say it. My tone could be a certain way or somebody can get offended. But I feel like if I got a regular tone and I'm calm, cool, and collective, and you talk about something, nah, you doing too much. All right, nah, yo, ass, chill out, nah, cause I'm trying to be cordial. I'm trying to be cordial. But like, sometimes I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. So I tell people that though, like, just talk to me. Like, hey, are you yelling at me? I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not. I'm just passionate because I'm loving this conversation, so I'm just passionate about what I'm talking about. It's all about communication. People gotta ask questions before they assume. Cause a lot of people assume most of the time. You just gotta ask, and you will get the answer.
I feel like, but to some people, like simple conversations are hard though. Like, sometimes for me too, because when I was younger, like I said, like I would avoid conflict. So sometimes any like little conversation that I felt like would have created conflict, I would avoid it. So it's like some people don't have that ability to just openly communicate. And it's hard, like even now to this day, like sometimes it's still hard for me, but I try to train myself that it's okay to speak up for yourself. It's okay. Not everybody's gonna have the same opinion, but also not everybody's gonna be argumentative and aggressive with their response that I was used to. So, like, I get what you're saying, but also sometimes, like, some people can't effectively communicate. It's just hard for them.
Yep, because everybody, grew up different, have a different background, you know. So I agree. Everybody different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different. I can agree to that. You know what I'm saying? But if they can be honest about that, they ain't gotta go into detail. I don't want to know your personal opinion. Just say, hey, I have a hard time communicating. All right, cool.
Right.
So now, how can I help with that? Do you want to go to therapy? Do you want to, what you want to do? Do you want to help it? They say no, conversation gonna start right there. But if they say yes, I would like for you to help me be better with communication. Okay, here are some videos. Here goes some therapists. Blah 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 blah, and I'll help them. It's all about helping your peers. Hello.
I've never been to a therapist, but I would love to go to a therapist for real. I've always wanted to. Um, just for like, they could teach you things that you don't even know about yourself, coping mechanisms, stuff like that. I've always wanted to try one out, but I've never been to one. I've heard people go and get successful sessions out of it, and like I would be open to doing something like that. But yeah, I think that therapy is a really good tool for a lot of people that don't know how to cope with shit like that
Exactly.
or communicate.
Exactly. And so in this moment right now, what would you like to say to the women out there? Since what I'm saying, we support the women as well. We support the men, but you're a woman. So what would you say to the women out there that are you know that are going through what you went through? You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a lot of women out there that is, and they're probably they may see this, they may not. But what message would you like to send to young, middle age, it don't matter. What would you like to send? Like a message you'd like to send to them?
I would just probably say that it's okay to start over. Sometimes people get discouraged and think that like starting over is a bad thing, and it don't matter where you start at, what level you start at. Starting over is still possible, no matter how young, how old, no matter if you're broke, no matter if you're rich. Like you can still start over, and I feel like that's the hardest part. Is when you're in a situation like that, you're always thinking about, okay, so what's next? Like, what is my next step? And it's like sometimes you don't have to have a next step, just do it, because until you accept the situation and know that that's what it is, then you're gonna keep allowing yourself to just be in the cycle. So just take the step and do it. Honestly, like starting over can be scary for a lot of people, but once you get established, it's so worth it. Like it's better than being in that situation for sure. No matter
W's
where
in the
you guys
chat.
are.
Hello. W's in the chat. Okay. So I'm talking about empowerment. Empowerment. Those powerful words right there. That's what I'm talking about. Ash with the cash in a building.
Yeah.
I appreciate the you coming on my platform. You talking about this is an exclusive. You talking about your past, opening up. You know what I'm saying, to help people with mental health that feel like they're alone, feel like nobody's going through what they're going through at the time, but it's a lot of people that is, and when they hear it, they like it can make their day. It could be like, okay, well maybe I do need to seek help. Maybe I need to talk to someone that I can trust, and get the help that I need so I can become better and live my life and don't be afraid to start over because it's okay sometimes. You can start over. You can. It's hard,
And
but you can do it.
remember, it's not a bad life. It's just a bad day.
Exactly.
So
But they say live full, die empty. Hello.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah, you live full and then you die empty. Like basically, like you empty. It's like you live your life to the fullest, how you wanted to live it, with no limitations. You know what I'm saying? You want to travel, you travel. You want to do this, you do it. You're like don't look back. Don't look back. Don't second guess. Live your life to the fullest. That's what live, love, and laugh, and put some good into the world. Put some good into
Yeah.
the world, cause it will come back to you. If you put good into this
It's
world,
okay to be nice to people. I feel like people have this perception where they have to have like a hard shell. And it's like it's okay to be open and to be sensitive and to let people in and be nice.
do you feel like a from your relationship, right? Relationship that you have had, do you feel like it was kind of rough, like for the male, because sometimes males we grow up as like you got to be tough, you got to have a hard shell, don't be sensitive, don't be emotional, you're a man. So do you feel like that played a part? Or do you feel like they was just who they was?
Um, I don't think that I was ever with somebody that was like overly sensitive. So like most of my past relationships, I don't know, I guess it does make it hard in a way. I don't know. I wouldn't say that they were like, how can I put it? I don't know. I we just it was never like in a situation where they opened up to me about a lot of stuff that they've been through.
Mm.
Now that I think about it, but also at the same time, they weren't like, I don't know. No, sorry, I'm kind of talking in circles with this one, but
No, you good.
um,
You good.
I feel like people do have a perception on men that they have to be more like reserved and hard bodied with themselves and less sensitive. But I would appreciate my significant other to be a little bit more sensitive. And I don't feel like in the past that I've had that. But at the same time, they were not hard shell either, if that makes sense.
I got you. I got you. That makes sense. All right, so now I got a good question for you. I got a good question for you. I want you to think hard about this one. Or you may answer it swiftly, but I want to mess with your mind a little bit. Okay. So, with your relationships, right? Do you think you attract what you accepted from what you saw visually growing up? Or do you feel like you attract um your path? Because you know how sometimes you go on a path and the people that come your way is the path you're trying to go on, and it could be a disguise as the devil. You know what I'm saying? They could be trying to come your way to block you, to distract you from what you're trying to reach, the goal you're trying to reach, right? So,
Mhm.
how do you feel about that? Out of that question.
I would say I don't feel like I attract what I've been through because not all of my relationships have been that as far as like what I've seen growing up. I've been in relationships where they were not abusive, where they were not argumentative. Quite literally the opposite, never opened up. It was just kind of like plain.
Yeah.
So I don't, I feel like I've had like relationships from different aspects. I don't think I've had a consistent relationship that was the same. So no, I don't. I don't think that I attract what I've been through. Maybe like certain pieces of that person and not even all of them, but no, I don't. I don't feel like I attract what I've been through when I was younger, what I've seen.
Okay. Have you ever dated someone that was a bad version of you?
A bad version of me.
Yeah, like during that time, like you know what I'm saying, like you said when you was naive at one point and stuff like that. which we all go through our phases and stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. But do you feel like you attracted the bad version of you? Because that can happen sometimes. Not saying like you bad forever, just in that time frame. You feel what I'm saying? Like the path that you was going down. Do you feel like that's why those, you know, those men you were attracted to, because of that reason, or you just feel like they was just them? They just wanted to be negative. They just changed on you.
Um, I don't know if this is like what you're getting towards, but like when I was the what I feel like would have been the worst version of myself, I felt like I attracted more people like that, yes. And versus now, like I'm like one of the best versions of myself, but I feel like
Hello.
this thank you, period. But I feel like the same people can still be attracted, it's just more or less my mindset can weave them out easier. Does that make sense?
I got you. I got you. The reason
Yeah.
why I asked that question is because, me growing up, I was like the women that I noticed was a pattern of what I experienced growing up, what I saw with my own eyes growing up with my household. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
Mhm.
what, and like as I was growing up, I was like, dang, I really was attracted to those type of women because of what I thought was okay. So that's why I asked you that. You know what I'm saying? And at one time, I was in a bad phase where I was like, you know what, man, forget this. I'm tired of being a nice guy. I've been a nice guy for too long, and I keep getting ran over. So it's just Joker, Gotham City time. And then I was attracting those Joker, Gotham City time women. So like, it
Yeah.
was a bad version of myself. So that's why I asked you that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked you that question. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, like I do think that how you project yourself sometimes can attract the same people and like your lifestyle that you live. Like if you're going out to the club every fucking weekend and you're attracting people at the club, y'all have the same type of timing most of the time. It's like your environment and the things that you do and put yourself in, I guess, may attract that type of environment back towards you, you know? If that makes sense.
I got you. So how is the adult life going? How is everything?
Adulting is rough. A lot of the times adulting is rough. You know, I live by myself, so you know, when you live by yourself, you gotta pay all your bills. You gotta everything that goes on. You gotta do it yourself. I mean, I'm grateful to have people in my life that are willing to help me, like my dad and my brothers and stuff like that. But it life just life sometimes stress. You know, making sure that everything's up to date. When you live by yourself, you're the only one cleaning. You're the only one. I got a dog, so I'm the only one taking care of her. Like, just sometimes it does get stressful, but at the same time, it's like I'm grateful for where I'm at now because at a point in my life, I didn't have nothing and I was homeless. I was at the time with this situation that I was in. I was living in my car, so I look at that as a plus because now I'm not in that situation. I have a whole house, I have a whole everything, you know, I can do for myself if I need to. I have a really good shoulder on my head, a head on my shoulder. So like I have a good job, you know, I know I can be way better than what I am right now, but I'm satisfied from where I was. So, it does get hard sometimes, with doing everything myself, but I just move past it and try to do the best I can.
Facts. Timmy said, I feel that. Yeah, I know my boy. Shout out to my boy Timmy, man. 'Cause my boy Timmy be doing everything by himself. So
Right.
I feel, and it's hard. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. 100%. Like especially, um, I wouldn't say forced to, but it just depends on your situation. Like when I was young, right, young in the military, I was doing everything on my own. Like I was, I became a man. Yeah, I learned, cause you know as kids we like I can't wait to get out this house. You know it's gonna be bad. I can't wait to
Yeah.
be grown. And then you get there, you like, all right, yeah, my parents was right. You know what I'm saying? Slow down.
I'm telling you.
Enjoy your kid. Like they always say that. You say that now, you better enjoy your kid. Like, 'cause when you get older, you ain't gonna want to say that no more. So when our parents make us
Yeah.
mad, that's the first thing we say. I can't wait to get out of this house. I can't wait to get grown. And then you know what I'm saying? Look now. Oh, Ladybug said, hey. And then Timmy said, you're killing it, Ash.
Hey.
Timmy said, you're killing it, Ash. Keep it up.
Thank you.
But I'm glad to
But
see
I
that.
mean, yeah, it does, and I feel like feel like a lot of people when you're young, you don't obviously you don't know what real life is, right? You don't know because you don't know that car payment, you don't know the mechanical problems that you got. Lord, don't let your car know you happy because something gonna break. I promise
I'm
you.
telling you, you gonna hear
Like
that.
something gonna break. Like so, it's like people when you're young, you don't really think about things like that. You just want to get out the house. And all my friends, I have a cousin that she's like 25 and she just got a new house. But before she was like looking for a house, I was like, stay with your mom as long as you can. Like, I wish that I had that type of relationship with my parents where I could still live in their house because you know how much money I would have saved up right now?
I'm
I'm
telling
broke.
you.
Like I mean, I'm not broke, but I'm broke. Like this shit, life be killing me, and it's like I wish I could just go back to my parents' house and not have no responsibilities and live like I was 15 years old again. Like that shit was easy back then, but
I'm telling
life
you.
just be life.
I'm telling you. Man, look, Timmy, you right. The real hard nightmare is your car breaking down. Listen, when I had my Ford Taurus, right, it broke down in the middle of the street. That was so embarrassing. I had to have people help me move to the left lane. I turned my flashers on, and I had to get my car towed, and then I had to get it fixed. I was like, bruh, it was rough.
Every time you have a car, hear you.
But I was young, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, cause my like, I'm not faulting nobody, but I was book smart. Like that was my parents' main focus. Like, cause they didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying? Or they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They had a good life, but they just wanted a better version of me, be better than them. So they was focused just on me being smart, and I was. But you know, it's a cause and effect. I didn't know much about cars, and I gotta be honest about that. But now, who, who,
I'm changing
air
the oil
filter
myself.
fixed. I'm telling you, I ain't playing no games. Like I had to learn, cause like when I dated women, they was looking at me like, what's up? What we doing? Like, do you know how to fix this in the house? You know how to fix that in the house? Now I do. I become a better man. Like, all right, what we need to get fixed? I study it. I watch YouTube video, whatever I need to do, and I make it happen. Simple as that. So like, I'm glad that I broke out of that era and I became a better man as far as fixing things on my own because sometimes I don't want to wait for somebody to come to the side of the road. My car insurance, I ain't got time for that. I can do it myself, drive myself to where I need to go, and boom. But now my car, I ain't got no worries. I fix my car up. I don't play that game. I used to get chased by Chucky in my nightmares. Now it's my truck. I'm tired.
Oh, me.
Timmy, what you?
I'm dead.
Timmy's funny, bro. Oh man,
It's
but
so much cheaper to fix yourself too. Like the cost of everything nowadays is just high
I'm
for
telling
no
you,
reason.
a gallon of milk. Let me tell you something. Some oat milk. I drink oat milk. For like a 64, I think it's 64 ounces. I don't remember. But like $5.87 plus tax $6. Is we in Hawaii? Hawaii is more expensive. What?
$6 for
Six
some milk. He needs some milk.
and some change. Oat milk. What you got going on? Let's talk about it. It's ridiculous, bro. I'm like, oh my goodness. But hey, man, what they say, it costs to eat healthy.
No, don't it? Everything healthier is more expensive.
But I can get some
Like what?
Doritos for 50 cents. I can get some Hot Pockets for
Ridiculous.
$2.
Ridiculous.
Some ground beef for $3-4. Crazy work. But some fruit costs more than a bag of ground beef. I pay $7 for some pineapples, them cut ones. I'm like, bruh, fruit is more expensive than food. It's crazy work. Don't get me started.
Nah, I get it. I went to the grocery store, spent $100 and didn't get nothing. Like, what? What is up?
Especially at Target. Who? Especially at Publix. Who? I'm going to Walmart. Even Kroger's a little.
No.
Kroger's be having sales though, but Walmart pretty decent. They be having sales, a lot of sales at Walmart and Kroger's, but Kroger be tripping sometimes too now. But
Walmart's pretty decent for sure. And you can get everything at Walmart.
I just wish it was 24 hours again. I wish.
Oh, yeah. The damn pandemic. They do need to open up Walmart 24/7 again, because them was some good times at 2 in the morning.
What? You ain't got to worry about a lot of people being in there. You can go shopping quietly, peaceful. You walk out, go home. Stop and then go to sleep. Wake up. You can cook you some breakfast. Be chilling. That was the life, boy. I'm telling you. Me and Aunt we used to be at Walmart late, grabbing snacks, coming back home and eating it and going to sleep. Crazy, man. Crazy times we live in now. Whew.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, question. You said that you were homeless at one point in your life. So what led up to that? What happened with it? Like, did you get kicked out the house by your parents? Or it was just hard, you didn't have the funds to just take care of yourself at the time, so you just had to do what you had to do for the time being.
So I was living with my dad. But when I got into this relationship, he didn't necessarily approve of the situation that I was putting myself in. And he like started giving me like curfews and like restrictions on like when I could be like coming back and stuff like that. And I was 19, I was an adult at the time, so I was like, fuck you. I don't well, I didn't say that, but like in other words, like that's my attitude that I had. I was just doing whatever I wanted to do. And I started off staying with my friend uh Jose at the time, and like he had a house, and me and my cousin would be over there all the time. But then like during the day, I would go see my boyfriend, and then my boyfriend got kicked out of his house because he was arguing with his parents, and they was always quick to like kick him out, so he was like in and out the house regardless. So, but at the time, I was kicked out of my dad's house, and he was kicked out of his house. So we just like, we pretty much. I had a car, and we just pretty much slept in my car, and yeah, I mean we would like sometimes stay at his mom's house. We would sometimes stay at my friend's house. Sometimes we would just sleep in the car. Um, yeah, pretty much that. But there were like few times that like we got an apartment and then we stayed there for a few months and then we left the apartment and then we ended up staying in my car again for a while. And then we got another apartment and then um, that apartment so I was only with them for like 9 months to a year, and within that whole 9 months to a year, we probably had two apartments, and total of those months was probably like 6 months that we lived in those apartments. Like probably like 2 3 months here, 2 3 months there, but other than that, it was just like bounce around or in my car. Um, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say that I would never do it again because I've actually like looked into like van life. I don't know if you know what that is, but it wasn't like the worst thing in the world to live in your car, but it is difficult, especially when you're young and you don't know what the fuck you got going on.
I
But
got you.
yeah.
It's funny you say that. I knew somebody that stayed in the RV, and they was good. They had a spouse. They had Wi-Fi, and they was living in their RV, and they was saving money. I know they would say
Mm-hmm.
because you know it's not a house RV like what maybe 60,000 for it depends on you know the model, the year, and all that. And yeah, he was saving a lot of money. He had Wi-Fi, everything
I
he
would
needed.
love to like a van life.
So I was
Sorry
like,
for cutting you.
nah, you good, you good. But I was like, yeah, hey man, whatever works for you. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I would have did that. Cause me seeing that, cause you know you don't think about stuff until you see. You like, dang. Just imagine me being 19 in an RV, and then like I could have saved up for a house. I could have saved up for a car. I could have just did anything. And you still get Wi-Fi. He had Wi-Fi. I don't know how he had Wi-Fi because I didn't get to ask all those questions, but he had it. He
But
good.
you could go to like, so I looked into this, right? Because I like to travel. I like to see new things. I like to go to like the mountains. I would love to just be able to travel the world and work remotely. You know, that's like the easiest thing. And you could go to like Panera Bread or like McDonald's and like buy a drink and sit in there and use their Wi-Fi. Sometimes you can even buy like Wi-Fi for like your phone, like hotspot, stuff like that. So it's easy to obtain Wi-Fi for real. But like it's just all about like if you have the means and the funds for it, obviously. Like if I had a remote job where I could work from like home, like on a laptop or something like that, and I could just travel the world and just work, let's say 2 hours a day, or I could pick and choose whatever 6 hour shift I do. I would love to do that. Actually, that'd be a great time. You just travel
That's
and just see
that's
new
fact.
things, and
That's fact.
obviously you live in your car, so it's minimal living. You just save so much money.
I agree.
I would
It's not, it's not,
do
a, it's
that.
not a bad idea. It really ain't. And then on top of that, it's like I'm glad I see a lot of people traveling now because I feel like that's important. I know somebody we had played two
Yeah.
truths, one lie, and I thought the lie was they visited over 93. I think they said 93 countries or I can't remember, but I was like, dang, she living her life, and she about in her 50s maybe, 60, 50, 50, 60, something like that. Yes, she traveling still.
See, I want to travel to every single state. I want to travel out of the country. Like, I mean, I've been out of the country, but like to some beautiful places like Africa. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to go to a whole bunch of different places. That would be like that's like my to do list, my bucket list.
One year, this is what I'm gonna do. And this is an exclusive for Twitch right here. 1 year, I would say every once a month, right? I either do once a month or twice a month. I will go to different states that I've never been to, so I can succeed going to all 50. Cause I've been to a lot of states, so it won't be
Twice a month.
hard. Twice a month.
That's a lot. I mean, unless you like do that like full time, it's just travel. But like twice a month is a lot actually.
I can't wait. Cause I have 3 days off. Really, 9 days technically, or maybe 12, depending on how many weeks in a month. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna either do it once a month, twice a month. And I'm gonna go to different. I'm gonna stream it. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna do it.
That'd be cool.
I like
Yeah,
what
see
Speed
different.
did when he went to like 38 and he had that RV. He was just traveling, but I ain't got Speed money, so. Period. Bro.
Let me hold $20. Yeah.
Hey. One day, chat. Hey, hello. One day your boy gonna make it in this Twitch world. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to. I'll be a full. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a full time streamer. I'm not. I already got a business. Shout out to LG. Hello, we got business together. Hello.
People.
Hello. We're
Hello.
gonna expand that business. We're gonna grow, make that money. So we can live our lives, man. We can work on like for ourselves, be our own boss, work for ourselves. I can wake up and say I want to take today off. I don't want to stream today. I want to stream tomorrow. and just have a whole day to myself. Peacefulness.
Yes.
Telling you, man. God, oh. But yeah, shout out to Ash with the Cash. Season 1, episode 2. Mental Health Matters movement. You are not alone. Mental Health Matters. They have resources out there. They got therapists, friends, family, whatever is comfortable for you. Make sure you seek that help. Make sure you have someone to communicate with, and your life will be better. I know it may not seem that way right now, but I promise you, it will get better. You just gotta pray about it, whatever your belief is. Pray about it and be about it. Hello.
It's
Thank
not a
you,
bad
Ash with
life,
the
it's a
Cash.
bad day.
Hello. That's a new set. It's not a bad life. Hey, it's a bad day. Use your smile to change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. Hello.
Period.
Thank you so much, man, for telling your story, being so open, and I like that you're like cheerful, you're happy, you're not down. Like you overcame a lot. Losing, you lost. Sometimes you gotta lose in order to win. And to see you still smiling, to see you still winning, to see you still striving, that's important. That's very important. And you have a story, like you said. You have a story, and you shared it with us. And it is. I know this story will inspire the youth. It will inspire women around the world that it's okay. You made it. You was homeless. You know, you and your parents. Y'all had y'all fall out, but now y'all have a better relationship now. Your friends, and look at you now. You're grown. You got your own house. You got a pet you're taking care of. And I know it's hard, but you're still maintaining. You're still striving, and you still keep a positive attitude when we on the game. You still try to make other people day happy if they're in a bad mood, even though you might be going through your situation. So keep doing what you do. I'm proud of you. I will support you. Whatever you want to do, I'm standing behind you. Good friend right here, chat. Hello. Hello.
Love that. Thank you.
Of course.
It was a great time.
Of course.
And it's not the last of me, so that's fine.
It ain't. Y'all, chat, we're going to see more of Ash with the Cash. This ain't the last time y'all going to see her on my platform. Any last message that you would like to give to the people? Any last words?
I mean, just like I've been saying, it's not a bad life. It's a bad day. You can start over whenever you want to. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. Don't matter how old you are. No matter what you got, you can start over. And you know, don't treat people bad just because you have been through bad things. You know, be kind to people, and you reap what you sow. So. You put positivity in the world. You said I was positive. You put positivity in the world. That's what you're gonna get back eventually. So
100% believe that.
That's it.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Appreciate you. And you have a great night.
You too.
Ash
Bye,
with the Cash in the chat.
Bye.
W's in the chat. Episode 2, Season 1, Episode 2 of Mental Health Matters was a success. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. And man, I'm just happy that I'm doing what I said I was going to do, because I owe y'all that chat. Y'all have been down. Y'all been there for me through my rough, good, bad, all that. So I really appreciate y'all. Y'all motivate me to do content, to make y'all laugh, to make y'all, just live life, to make y'all accept y'all for who y'all are, be better. And y'all motivate me to even do better for myself and for y'all. To be able to wake up and be like, it's people depending on me to get on this camera, to be in front of this camera, to talk. You know what I'm saying? To change lives, to be better. So shout out to y'all, chat. Round of applause for my chat. My people that support me. y'all know we're gonna end this stream with a positive song, with a good song that I really love. Shout out to my artist, her, my favorite female artist, and Tim's my favorite female artist, and Aaliyah, my favorite. Those are my top three. Feel what I'm saying? But my top three: Aaliyah, her, and Tim's.